Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rich Review. So let me confess here something to you folks now. I've seen a lot of films over the years. I've seen a lot of good films. I've seen a lot of bad films. I've seen a whole lot of films in between. My latest film for you guys here now is something I would like to declare one of the worst pieces of garbage I've ever seen in my life. And yes, that is quite something to proclaim because there are plenty of god-awful films out there. Tommy Wiseau's The Room, Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space. But Thomas Walton's Room 9 might also claim such a title. Now, let me also personally confess that horror films are largely populated with garbage because horror films can be cheaply made. And I am just gobsmacked that I actually sat down to watch a film like this. And I watched the trailer not thinking much of anything, and it's even worse than I can conceivably even imagine. If you were to watch the trailer, the movie voiceover guy, and that might be the only positive thing that I can claim about this film, is that for the trailer, they got the movie voiceover announcer guy, is that, oh yes, in a haunted room where a curse happened all these years ago. No, it's not. There's nothing really referring to a curse. Basically, in a hotel room, a newlywed married couple who happens to be black, one of whom was shot and killed in a room because she wanted basically to open up a bed and breakfast. That's basically all you need to know. And of course, 40 some odd years later, although apparently one person has spent 25 years in prison, so I don't know how exactly that matches up. Very rarely, I'm sort of saddened to know that some people are suckered into a film like this. Or let me put this to you guys another way. I feel sorry for Kane Hodder. I never thought I would say that to myself because, hey look, Kane Hodder was obviously Jason in a couple of the Friday the 13th films, and granted, were we expecting much of Kane Hodder right after those particular films? No. But I'm just hard-pressed to think that even Kane Hodder will be that hard-pressed for money to make a gig. And what do you know, find himself in a project like this. So many years later, murders happen to have occurred, and apparently they're supposedly connected to the events 40 years ago. But alas, the detective on the case, and this is one of those detectives that's so incompetent at his job, it's just like, first and foremost, the editing here sucks, the sound sucks. I was once said by Roger Ebert when they were doing the worst of the year list that, oh yeah, these films take 2 hours out of our lives, and that's 10 films a piece, so this is basically a whole day. Well, let me state that when I go up to heaven, I like to say, can I have 2 more hours because I watched this piece of garbage? Basically, movie voiceover announcer guy is like, oh yes, Michael Merriman, Kane Hodder, Taylor Scout Compton. First and foremost, who is Michael Merriman? Well, apparently he appeared in the first 2 original Hills Have Eyes films. I don't think any horror fan was expecting Michael Merriman's return. Kane Hodder has seen better days, as I previously mentioned. Taylor Scout Compton, I'm just sort of like, well, again, yeah, you were basically shit upon for those 2 Halloween films, and I kind of liked you in The Runaways. Your star has fallen so far, so fast that you're agreed to appear in this type of film. And who's the killer in this type of film? Well, it's pretty much obvious from the very beginning who the killer is, because, alas, it wouldn't be any other person. The killer at the end of this film has a 20-minute monologue, and it's one of the most boring monologues that I think I've ever heard and seen. Now, when it comes to Lionsgate, considering that Lionsgate is distributing this particular film, I have to wonder what was Lionsgate thinking, because Lionsgate, yes, has distributed a lot of horror films over the years, and basically they have helped do a whole bunch of VOD horror films over the years as well. And granted, yes, the Saw films are particular quality, and they're also a particular interest to a certain amount of people. They also did that really weird My Bloody Valentine's Day remake. But alas, their POVD horror stuff is just the pits. And maybe, yes, Lionsgate in the past knew how to distribute a horror film, or they made a horror film. This one said in an IMDb section for The Room that Tommy Wiseau once tried to take this film to a major studio, and it always takes them for a while to respond back to you. For The Room, they responded in a day not wanting to pick this film up. I don't know why Lionsgate picked this film up. Apparently, a director on IMDb is credited as there's a sequel to this film called Room. They made us into killers. I'm not interested in seeing the sequel because how incompetent a film did you have to make to want to see, oh yeah, a sequel to this? And again, half of this film looks like a home video project or with actors who are falling so on hard times that they agree to do this. Also, folks, the kill scenes in Room 9 are some of the worst kill scenes I've seen in many horror films, possibly ever. The dialogue here is just nonsensical. So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about Room 9, this is basically shit. It's not horse shit, it's not dog shit, it's not any other type of shit that you can think of. It is just plainly shit. Room 9, have you seen this? I hope you never do, because this film is an insult to Plan 9. Going off on a tangent here. So folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. I'm at Michael Richard 2 on Twitter. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.